Well, that's right, Ellie. Many people are really frustrated that they're still waiting for the results of this police investigation. Police are treating this fire as suspicious, but as I understand it, there is no evidence that arson has taken place here. But just take a look at this building. This is a real landmark of East Bristol, but the community here, the people living nearby, feel that they've been forgotten. It is only now you can see inside the building that you get a sense of how devastating this fire was. Once home to around 30 businesses, now just an empty shell. The fire itself took crews working through the night to bring it under control. And when our drone was deployed some 24 hours later, you could still see the building smouldering. A sight seen and smelt across the city. Michael DUBIQUE ran an upholstery business there. He tells me about the moment he realised what had happened.
Well, I was like devastated, you know. Obviously my whole livelihood and my business and, you know, everything just burnt to the ground.
Michael helps care for his wife Paulette, who is disabled. He's now having to apply for jobs despite having no tools to work with.
It's took a toll because I'm not a well person myself, so it's took a toll on me to try and keep him up, and I've got to keep him up in order for me to stay up. And we're struggling because there's just no answers, there's nowhere to go. We're just in a catch-22 and we're just stuck.
Tough financially, it's been tough mentally, physically. You know, how do you cope with anything like this? You know, I'm so used to getting up in the morning and going to work. And now, you know, I haven't got work to go to.
Such is the scale of the clean-up operation that it's no longer just businesses which are affected. A few metres across the road is a brand new housing estate, and people are due to move in here in the next few weeks. Further up the road lies Gillian's Cafe, popular with the tradesmen who work in the surrounding area. But they too have lost business after many of their regulars simply stopped coming.
A lot of them are devastated that they've lost their businesses they've had for 30 years. A lot of them, some of them weren't insured, they've just lost absolutely everything they've built up for 30 years.
In nearby Fishponds High Street, the memory of the fire still hasn't faded.
The building was on fire, the place next to it was on fire. It was really bad, really bad. People have got livelihoods based on that. They've got no income coming in. I know there was a restriction on access to that building for quite some little time after. And the sort of practicalities of trying to keep your business running in those circumstances must have been absolutely hellish for them.
For Michael and Paulette, it has been a hellish few weeks. They just hope some answers can be provided so all those affected can move on with their lives. Well, Michael, who you saw in my report, does actually have insurance, so he is working through that process at the moment. But look, this is a multi-agency operation to make this building safe, involving the police, the fire service, the health and safety executive, Bristol City Council. But clearly it could be many months until this corner of Bristol returns to any sense of normality.
Max Walsh live in Bristol, thank you.